Hi, this is Gregor from BassTheWorld.com, and today I will show you one of my personal basses, the CORT RITHIMIC 5, which is the Jeff Berlin signature 5-string bass from CORT Guitars. Last year I had the pleasure to meet and record Jeff Berlin, the man himself. If you want to see what it was, just check the video. I will link it in the video description below. And as I was sitting there listening to him while he was playing, I thought this bass sounds really, really good. Of course, Jeff has a great tone in his fingers, but it was obvious to me that this bass emphasized really good what he was doing with it. And what was really astonishing also, that this bass seemed to be very versatile, which is basically not the thing that you find on passive basses. The bridge on this bass comes from Barbich or Barbix, however this is pronounced correctly, and it's a high mass bridge, and it's actually a very interesting design when it comes to how to set up string height and intonation. If you're interested in how this works and what it really is, just check some of the videos on the Barbich YouTube channel. The tuners are Hipshot Ultralights, which is again really great to find them on this bass, because these are some of the most lightweight tuners on the market, which means they are not adding that much weight to the headstock. So this bass, I use it with a fairly bright white and a good leather strap, and it's not diving at all. So this is very comfortable, and yeah, I think with basses with this kind of shape, that's not always the case, as you might know. The electronics department is completely passive on this bass. This is one of the key things that I like about this bass, because I prefer passive basses for tone reasons. The pickups are two Bartolini soap bars that were developed with Jeff together to find and to achieve exactly the sounds that he has in mind and want to get out of his bass. The controls are very easy. We have one master volume, we have one balance control that allows you to use the pickups alone or all the different blends that you can have in between them. The last one is of course a passive tone control. As you can see, the pickups on this bass are in rather special positions, mainly because the bridge pickup is moved so close to the bridge. When we're talking about this, we are really entering into the guts of this bass, because this is where all the magic is happening. The neck pickup alone is very oomphy. It almost has like a Gibson EB-ish kind of tone, which I like very much. It's not really like a P bass. It's we made an awesome clip where we also rolled down the tone control. Just check it out to hear what it sounds like. The bridge pickup on this bass is almost like bridge pickup heaven, I would say. Which is weird, because it's, as I mentioned, it's so close to the bridge, and that's something that on many basses doesn't really sound good, I would say. Here, however, they designed the coils and everything in the pickup in a way that it still has a lot of bass, a lot of deep mids, and it's absolutely amazing for fingerstyle sounds. It's also open, of course. That's the main thing with the position here. You have a lot of treble and a lot of stuff going on. It's great for solos, great for chords, and it's just amazing to use it. And the real magic is always in between those. So these sound great on their own, but every millimeter of the balance pot is like a different sound world, because you're entering into the world of facing problems. And for some, these are problems. For others, these are opportunities. And I think the guys who developed this electronic part of the bass are geniuses in this way. I've never played a passive bass that is so versatile, that has so many different sounds with just so little controls. It's just amazing. The only thing you should avoid is to have the mid position where you have both coils on 50%, because there's a lot of cancelling happening. I personally don't like it, but for others it might be the sound. I don't know, just try it out for yourself. And just one more thing, if you ever try this bass out in a music shop, don't play it for 2 minutes and put it away because you think it's boring. This bass has a learning curve. When I got it and played it for the first time, I used mainly the pickups alone because they sounded great, and it didn't really get what to do with the balance control, because there's cancellation in the middle and all the stuff going on, which is kind of weird. But after a while, I recognized that I was setting the balance all the time while I was playing. I needed a little bit more treble. I got a little bit closer to the pitch pickup. I wanted a little bit more oomph and bass. I got closer to the neck. I combined this with the tone control, and after this learning curve, after half an hour, or maybe when I really found out what it works like, I was totally amazed with all the different stuff you can do with it. This is hard to explain. This is something you need to check out by yourself, and I would recommend to do it if you like passive basses. I would say I have other basses that might sound better than this one because they are expensive. They have like the best woods, the best pickups and everything, the best, and they sound amazing for what they are. I wouldn't say that this bass is on this level, but when it comes to live performance, where you don't want to change like in the studio the basses every couple of minutes when you want to achieve a different sound, but you want to have one bass that's simple but gives you a wide range of tones, I would say this is the holy grail. And Jeff Berlin said in the interview I did with him last year something like, this is the best bass that was built since the 1962 Fender Jazz bass. And I can't really subscribe to extremist opinions, sorry, Jeff. But I kind of get what he's saying, because if he maybe meant that since the jazz bass, nothing really has happened in the world of passive basses, he might be right, because look in the music stores, what they're selling there, all the basses, these are basically Fender jazz basses and P basses or copies that are slightly different with active stuff and whatever. But there's no real bass that kind of changed the world. Again, for me personally, this bass has a good spot in this thing, and this is probably what Jeff was talking about. It's an amazing design, and I'm very astonished that CORT is building something like this, because it's a special bass. It's not like a consumer bass that everyone can use and will love, because it's I think it's a very professional bass for those who love passive basses and really want or really know what they want. And if that sounds familiar to you, then check it out. Sorry for this long video. It wasn't supposed to be so long, but I'm just very passionate about this, and it's kind of hard to explain what it does, so I hope you got an idea. However, if you have more questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I will get back to you. And that's it for today. Have a nice week, and see you next time. Bye.